into the Connect Work with IKS, Tony Lynch, and Quaalude, America's #1 show.
If you haven't been listening to the new guys, the Connect Work, you don't know what you're missing.
Yeah, take that. This is the Diddler, and I'm oiled up and listening to the Connect Work.
From the west to the east, it's the D-O-double-G, and I'm rocking with the Connect Work.
If you don't know who I am, then you're stupid. Shout out to the Connect Work, hottest show, period. Yay.
I want to give a big shout out to the Connect Work. These brothers are the new sound of radio.
Now this is real entertainment, gang. Damn it. Y'all better take lessons, and I mean it.
If y'all ain't listening to the Connect Work, then y'all got something wrong with y'all.
Andrew Tate here, and I want to give a super shout out to the Connect Work.
Big shout out to IKS, Quaalude, and Tony Lynch. Together they make up the Connect Work.
You're muted.
You hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Hello and good morning, everybody, and welcome to another show of the Connect Work, man. You know what I'm saying? And we are here doing it. Our brother IKS is not here right now, man. A big shout out to him. He'll probably be popping in a little bit later. And you know what I'm saying? Hey, as they always say, man, you know what I'm saying? If this is your first time tuning in, do me a favor, head on over to their YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you'll be notified every time that we drop a new episode. And as always, man, I'm here with my brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let him introduce himself, man. And yeah, man, we're gonna introduce our guests. We're gonna get into it.
Peace. Salute to the people. You know, I do apologize. Our audio sounds terrible at this moment. But welcome to another morning with the Connect Work. We got a special guest here. You know, Chi-Town official behind the scenes, but makes the scenes. My introduction to Chicago, you know, the 420 event. I was trying to be everywhere where it was something, and this man was everywhere where it was already at. You know what I'm saying? And salute to the bro. He young, you know, independent, ambitious, entrepreneur. So without further ado, let me hand this glorious microphone over to Heavy on the Paint.
Much love, bro. All that for me, Joe.
Come on, man.
Boy,
so what's the word, brother? How you, man?
What's the word? I'm good. And yourself?
Man, I'm all right, bro. So let the world know, man, who you are, man, and what it is. We see that you on a job right now, actually. Like, that's what's up, man. You know, at work while at work, you know?
Yeah, that's the best part of work for yourself, man. Do what you want to do when you want to do. You feel me?
Yeah. I see. I'm getting it that you are definitely a man of minimal words. You know what I'm saying? So
I was trying to see I can make sure the audio good. I ain't know if you can hear me clear.
Oh yeah, we can hear you crystal clear, brother.
Yeah.
So let the world know who you are. Heavy on the Paint.
Heavy on my everybody know me as Heavy on the Paint. My real name Terrence. I'm from the west side of Chicago. I paint, I do video work, I do some everything. If it ain't nothing, if it's something I can't do, I learn how to do it.
Now, how long have you been working for yourself, brother?
Well, like my son was born in 2015, so like ever since then I started the business. It was based on me having a business to take care of my son.
Okay. And, you know, now what is one of the things that, you know, saying being a young entrepreneur, you know, that you would like to pass on to our younger generation?
The best thing is like you being your own boss, but like at the same time, it's still more. You have to put more time into yourself. So it's more to running a business than just working a 9 to 5. You got to dedicate more time. You got to have patience. Sometimes you might end up on the low end. You might end up like underbidding, but you got to deal with it because that's something you came up with.
Nice, man. I like that, man. And you know what I'm saying, now following certain blueprints, what was the one thing that stood out to you when you said, you know what, I can do this right here? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people get it messed up, right? So they go in with a great idea, but they don't have any sort of direction that they're going in. You know?
So like ever since I was younger, I love art. I love drawing. I love painting. So like everything I do, it has something to do with art. So far as like I could do digital or I could do on paper, I could draw, I could paint. So like I just do everything I love. So instead of working for changing my time for money, I make money work for me. So long as you use your skills, money gonna come.
Right. Now, I could definitely dig that because a lot of people don't understand that concept of having your money work for you. You know what I'm saying? Like most people, they're too busy working, trading time for money. You know, and I don't know, man. Like a lot of it is kind of strange. But I do have there's a question in there from my brother ICS. You know what I'm saying? And the question is what inspired you to get into being a videographer?
Okay, videographer. Okay, well, even with me just painting, so I used to edit my videos. Like I used to snap like the before and the after, like to show the like before and after my work. But I also use effects to make it fun, so my videos won't be boring. And then like my cousin gave me a camera. I already been using the phone, so my cousin gave me a camera. So instead of just the camera sitting around, I started putting it to use. The more I started to use it, the more doors start to open up.
Okay. So you understood the concept of using what you already have as a tool and not, you know what I'm saying, not as something far as entertainment.
Yes. And
okay.
And like one of my goals was to paint one day for celebrities. So I could use this and present this. Okay. So this what I do. I also do this, but this is my skill.
So let me ask you this. Due to you being part of the younger generation and the average individual your age is either trapping, rapping, or you know, any typical young YN, you know what I mean? And what made you say, you know what, I'm about to find something else to do and still be confident and still be focused and ambition and driven? You know what I mean? What made you say, I'm gonna think outside the box?
Well, like I'm from the streets as well, like, but I also had book smart, so like I knew what to do and what not to do. So like even when I was doing wrong, I was always thinking outside the box. Like even when I was on the block, I was thinking about the police. But like what made me change is me going to jail. I can't go to jail. Like I can't be behind locked doors and stuff. That's not me. So, like I had to change my life. So you gotta do better. I don't want to go to jail no more. That's what's my mindset. And then
but some people don't think that far. You know, the neighborhood. You live in a community where that gobbles people up and spits them out, man. So it takes it. Even if you doing negative, you have to be very strong because your life could be gone like that.
Yeah.
And for you to still live with all of the same situations, I think you downplaying it, brother. Or maybe I'm asking you the question the wrong way because, as I said, you know, it's one thing to hear about communities on TV or whatever else. It's a whole nother ballgame to be there and feel that energy.
Well, and, it's about the person too. So like, I live on the block where it's shooting and stuff, but then like people gotta believe in the universe and believe in manifestation. So like, if you ain't thinking negative, well, nothing negative happen. So if you keep your mind set on positive happen. You can't mix both. This is like trying to do good and bad. You got to choose one side. You either gonna do bad or you gonna do good. So when you have that mindset,
see the positive? What made you see the positive still, knowing the hell that you live in? I'm overdoing it, but you don't live in your average community. You don't live in your average city at all, bro. Like it's extremely dangerous out there. Like
it's just been me since I was young. Like I can't speak for the next person, but since I was young, I always had the books and the street smart, so I always know how to move and what to do and who to stay away from. So like that's just like if you wanted to get into real estate, can't nobody on the block teach you how to get into real estate. So it's people, places, and things as well. You could be in an environment, don't mean you have to be a product of.
I ain't gonna lie. You are the first human being I've ever heard put a twist on that punchline right there. You know, and for a lot of us that's older, we've used that as a crutch, as an excuse for a very long time. A product of our environment. And you just said, yo, that's why I see it's so many older dudes that don't understand evolution. And I'm glad through the grace of God that I'm still somebody who believes, because you guys are the future. You guys are the future. And I say all the time, you know, my Jesus got gold teeth. Who's to say that 1,000 years from now, you're not worthy of having your own chapter in the Bible? You know, the book of Heavy on the Paint, the book of Tony Lynch. But brother, you just said something so powerful. And I know that if you said it in the way you explained it passionately, you have the ability to have other people believe that. That's the key word, believe. But brother, you just said you can be in the environment, but you don't have to be a product of it. Salute to you, brother. I'm saying that because, you know, us as old dogs, you know how they say you can't teach an old dog new tricks. You can put certain puzzle pieces that have been scattered all around in the right place, though. And you just did that. Something that I've known my whole life. You just changed the meaning of it. You know what I'm saying? That was powerful for me. I gotta sit back. Go ahead, Tony. You got the brains. You got the you the certified. Yeah, I gotta sit back on that. Yo, shout out Heavy on the Paint. He just hit me with a you know that emoji that go. You know that?
No, man, that was you know what I'm saying? Like I felt what you was talking about, right? And you know, like one of the things that I followed when I first got into explore entrepreneurship was I was used to listen to a lot of motivationals. So like your Les Browns, your Tony Robinsons, your, you know what I'm saying, your Inky Johnsons, you know what I'm saying, the Eric Thomas. I used to listen to them and take bits and pieces and kind of incorporate it into my life, right? And it was something that stood out to me that when you said what you said, that helped me relate to what you just said. Eric Thomas was explaining a phone call that he got from a very wealthy individual. And he told him, he goes, in order to play the game, you're going to have to learn how to speak the language of the rich, of the wealthy, right? So, you know what I'm saying? When I got into that, I knew right off the bat that, you know what? These people, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to have to learn how to speak so I can understand what they're saying. You know what I'm saying? And it didn't take a degree. It just took me killing pieces of myself so I could obtain information, you know what I'm saying, and be able to build upon it, right? To develop actionable strategies. Now, listening to you, what was one of the things that inspired you, like to help you build your foundation, but also kept you going?
One of the things, it was for me for like the love of art. So, and then ever since like a child, I always knew I didn't want to work for nobody. So it inspired me. Like when I figured out one thing, once I figured out I could learn this, I kept going. So every time I want to do something, if I put my mind to it, I could do it. So like people put their mind to going to 9 to 5 every day. The same way you putting in them hours of time and dedicating your life to somebody else, you should dedicate that same time to yourself. So like being broke inspired me to keep doing what I got to do. And I don't really like answer to nobody. Like you work for a job or just say you don't feel good. Okay, this today. You don't feel good tomorrow. And then you call off. They say you can't keep calling off. We're gonna have to let you go. But if you work for yourself, can't nobody let you go because you the boss.
That's true. But also, there was I caught the message that you was putting out there, you know what I'm saying? Like understanding your purpose as well, right? What are you called to be here to do? Right. And that reminds me of I was listening to Steve Harvey, and he was saying that the same exact thing, right? You know what I'm saying? If you don't figure out what it is that you're going to do in this world, you know what I'm saying, you'll be miserable for the rest of your life, which in turn, if in layman's terms, if you're working a 9 to 5, you're not living up to your full potential, right? You know what I'm saying? Like you're steadily doing the one thing that you complain about, which is making other people money, right? You know what I'm saying? So I can definitely relate to that. And I think Quay and a lot of people that's tuning in right now can relate to that. So yeah, what are your thoughts on it? What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, mine will be, yo, man, and maybe I'm just a realist. Like I look at things, sometimes I guess I can see through people. And I love with this, yo, hold on, let me rewind back. Let me say this. I should have said this from the beginning. You are our youngest guest we ever had on the Connect Work. Salute. And the crazy thing is you're on the Connect Work, meaning you accomplished, man. You know what I mean? And I'm at a loss of words because normally dealing with an individual of your status, they're usually 40, 50 years old, mid 30s, late 30s and up, brother. You know what I'm saying? They're not young. And I salute to you, brother, because I know about all of the pitfalls and the everything else out there that just take you off of the path of, you know what? I'm going to stay doing the right thing. My whole community is doing wrong. I can see the benefits of doing wrong. I also endure the struggle of doing the right thing. While I may have family members, friends, and I know people that I went to school with that everybody's so-called enjoying life, but you disappear like that. And somehow, not only did you say, I'm thinking outside the box, but your soul is old. You gravitate towards success. Now it makes sense on how I even came across you. There wasn't a young individual in for miles. You know what I mean? So again, your soul is different. So I'm going to ask you maybe something a bit different. I see that. Well, I feel that your mind and actions think totally different. What drives you to be you?
Yeah, it's like, okay, every day I get up, long as I do what I love, I be happy. So long as you keep yourself happy and do the best to stay away from negativity, that's what my focus be, just elevate. That's what drives me, elevation every day. Every time I learn something new or I get to a new level, it's like a mission accomplished for me. So it keep me going. That's what drives me. Like, and then my kids, like looking at my kids and stuff they want and being able to get it. Like not being able to get it, it make you feel some type of way. It's like the energy you get from being successful. It just make you want to keep going.
Got you. The same drive that people feel when it comes to negativity, you were able to not only accomplish but live in, you know, and believe it or not, if you're an inspiration to somebody older than you, myself, I can just imagine the type of inspiration you are to the youth around you. Are you involved in any type of programs where, you know, you do anything with the kids, whether it be volunteering or, you know, giving them a page out of your book?
Not at the moment, but like my little cousins, like people who younger than me, they know, or people who be around me, they be younger. Like I teach them how to paint, I teach them how to do things, stuff like that. But as far as like just going but like around certain people, or if I'm around them, yeah, I let them know.
See, you are humble with it, because I already had the answer to that question, because I see you move, you know. I said that to my girl the other day, and that's a major thing that happens with us as old individuals, and not just that, but anybody who's into a certain world. Most of the time we'll say to somebody, you know what, don't do the wrong thing, do the right thing. And we don't understand that doing the wrong thing is most of the time just surviving for them. So that's a means to an end, financial means to an end. But in order to do the right thing, the finances don't come with it. You know, when switching transitions. And when you are able to do that at such a young age and feel inspired while doing that and feeling good about it, that in turn inspires others. Have you ever heard that Maya Angelou poem? People may forget what you said, people may forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now watch this. You are extremely humble because, you know, we in touch behind the scenes, and I follow you. And I see how a lot of people will dangle doing the right thing. Come, I'll show you. And as I just said to you just now, basically volunteering your services to others. But not only do you do that, but you do the one thing that that not just inspires, but pushes people to want to do right. You say, you know what? I'm over here at such and such. Anybody want to paint? Whatever it is that you're doing, you throw a payment out there. I'm paying such and such and such, and I'm at such and such. You know what I mean? And people actually hit you like, word, where you at? You'll say, DM me. This ain't for front, and this ain't for the, you know, the social media display. You know what I'm and you never say anything about it. Like, hold on, I keep muting you because when it echoes. But you never say anything afterwards. Like, so you know how people have the cameras and all that showing people when they do a blessing for somebody. Oh, it went viral. You never do that, bro. And I don't think, like I said, I just tricked you. I asked you the question and you still was so humble with it and downplayed it, man. So again, I see what you're doing. And most of these people that are in heavy positions, you know that they're not doing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So again, maybe explain to us a little bit that you know, we try to get a little deeper into you. How do you turn creativity and love and inspiration into, you know, understanding?
It's where it all goes to doing what you love. So like people try to be a content creator, but they don't know the first step of being a content creator. So you got to learn how things work. You got to follow the guidelines. You got to follow certain restrictions, like recommendations. You got to follow rules. So in order to be successful, it's rules, it's levels. So like, it's just me doing what I love. So me trying to go outside the box is like, when you're doing what you love, you stay where your comfort zone. But sometimes to elevate, you got to go outside the box. But there's certain things you shouldn't do going outside the box as well. So like, as long as you do what you love, it's gonna create love because you're doing what you love, and it's a creation. You here to create. So like, I feel my purpose is me being creative, because every time I touch something and I love what I do, it always turns to gold. So ain't nothing like, if it ain't interested in it, like I could be next to $1 million car. I can't tell you what kind of car that is. I was never into material things. So it's like it's just doing what you love. That's the only way I can put it. And like, I don't do it by myself. Like God is God too. But then when I sing, when your heart is pure, when like anything I think, I make come true. So, and that's what keep me going, like manifestation. So, like, I understand. Like, if I tell you what you eat is a part of how you think, because I don't eat meat. But I stopped eating meat a couple years ago, like 3 years ago, and it's a big difference on how you think.
I wouldn't believe that, man, because see, that's how uneducated we are as the regular public. Because when I figure somebody who don't eat meat, I figure them skinny as me or skinnier. And you ain't no skinny dude. So, like, what am I missing?
See, it's just like, it's what you eat, it's what you do. You could be a vegan and still be fat. That don't mean you're gonna get skinny. Because it's a time you eat. Like, a lot of people work out and wonder why they don't lose weight, because it's still what you eat, your eating habits. You could fast every day. You could don't eat before a certain time and don't eat after a certain time. You could eat what you want but still fast. So it's like a 10 to 6 rule, or 9, just like 10 to 6 or something. Don't eat before 10 and don't eat after 6. Or don't eat before 11 and don't eat after 7. Because like that's
crazy. You know what? I do that already. And that came, see, my Jesus got gold teeth. That came from my bud protocol. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. So I've been following a subconscious routine and ain't even know it. Don't mind me, bro. That was just a weak attempt at a joke. H-A-H-A.
Yeah, like it's that's like when people who smoke, you know how it's a difference when you sober and when you high. It's a difference when you eat meat and when you don't eat meat. It put a fog.
Do you smoke?
I smoke too. But see, like, I understand what smoking is for, and I understand what it is. So, like, in reality, I smoke to dumb myself down because my brain be going too much sometimes. So that's what I actually smoke for. To chill a little bit, to calm myself down, because my brain be on overload sometimes.
Yeah.
Something just told me, like, even though you doing all that you doing, you not doing what you supposed to be doing. Like, your mind is extreme, bro. So I could actually see you in like an auditorium, you know what I mean? Speaking to the masses, you know, but like again, what makes you feed the people? What makes you feed people along your journey?
Okay.
Knowing the day and times we in, this gritty ass, ungrateful world.
I feel like everybody deserves a chance. So, like, how could you expect somebody to give you a chance if you ain't given a chance? Or when I was younger, everything I learned, I taught myself, or I was curious about it and went to learn about it, or researched it and learned about it. But everybody don't have that mindset to do it. So, like, sometimes you have to present opportunities to people in order for them to get it. Or you have to show them a way in order for them to know. So, like, they're just like having a dog in the room and you never let them outside. But you have this other dog that you let grow up outside. This dog outside gonna have more knowledge than the dog in that room. So if you got, so I ain't know a lot of stuff. I learned a lot of stuff on my own. So that's what inspired me to teach and help people out. Like, if I see somebody by the store begging for money, I ask them if they hungry. I'd rather get you some food than give you my money because you might go get some drugs. So if you want this food, we can go inside the store and get you some food. So, like, that's
see, I'm not wording this correct at all. Like, it's passing the baton. Like, the average person in this day and age, for instance, I never even knew. It's natural for me to be creative and all the above. I never even knew that people steal ideas, and it's a major thing. You get me? That floored me. Like, I thought that, you know, when you creative and you around individuals, that these other people are either just as creative or, you know, but we are in a world of deception that's so deep nowadays that the average individual, we understand that, yo, you need to see things to buy in. But the average individual isn't willing to pass the baton, brother. And not only are you willing to and driven to do so, but you're at a level where you don't have to. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm kind of talking in riddles and all that on what I be seeing with you behind the scenes. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about, brother.
Yeah, it's just, for me, it's just helping people, like putting a smile on people's face. That make me feel better. Like, even you could just ask somebody how their day went. But it's just overall, for me, it ain't even just the business. It's just helping people out and being happy and successful. That's it. Hey, it don't get no better than
that. That's a great answer. See, that says a lot, because a lot of people nowadays can't even tell you how they feel. You know what I mean? Not honestly. You know, they can tell you their reaction of to how, you know, how you feel, because it's all about, you know, entitlement and perception. So people nowadays, you can't even have a natural feeling without somebody having a diagnosis for it or understanding. You know what I mean? So, and that's Tony Lynch covered that whole scenario there. So I got one more question to ask you, brother. As crazy as Chicago is right now, you have the woman and the child, and what, the two kids that crazy thing that it happened to, and the kids. How do you feel about that, brother?
I really ain't, like, I be trying to stay away from all the media and the social media and stuff. It's a bad incident, but like, what led up to the incident, like, I don't know. So like, I haven't been following it or trying to get too much detail into it, because it's gonna create an emotion. You're gonna create emotion that you don't even know nothing about. So like, you don't know what occurred, what happened. Even though that was wrong, you still don't know what's going on. So it's a lot of things that go on. Kids do when they ain't around, the parents ain't around. The kids could have did something. I ain't saying they did, but you don't know what happened. But that's a bad situation. So like me, I learned, like, you can't get too much stuff, emotions. Like, emotions create, if you're trying to elevate, that's just like, okay, let me use this as an example. You in a relationship. Like right now, I'm at work. I'm working. I feel good doing what I love. I'm not working for money, because I could do this for free. So if somebody called me with the negativity when I'm in my happy mode, you taking away from my elevation. So for me, it's just staying positive about everything. So like, instead of retaliating, what can you do to make things better? Like, what made these kids do this? Like, what's going on with the parents? Like, it's a lot. You just can't point it out to the kids, like, what made them do it. It go back to the parents. It's all about how you raise your kids. Like, I think a lot of people pass their kids weed, drinks. My daughter never saw me smoke or drink or even roll a blunt. Never in her life. When she's 2 years old. So it's about, with me, like I told you, like, I was in the environment, but I wasn't a product of it. My mom was on drugs and all that stuff, but that ain't stopped me. Cause like, people who get, the kids who get took care of when they're younger, when they get older, they be spoiled. And it's like, I ain't saying all kids, most kids, like, they don't have respect and stuff, because you spoil them to a point where they think they obligated to certain things. So when you want them to do something, they don't want to do it because you just spoiled them so much. But versus a person who ain't have everything and had to get out there and get it on their own. See, like, it's like the people in the streets trying to get out the streets. The people who don't know about the streets trying to get in the streets. So it's a lot to it. You just got to understand what's going on. And then some things be created too to create certain situations. You see what I'm saying? So it'd be a lot of stuff. So like for me, it's really staying away from the emotional stuff. So like for that situation, it ain't my problem. So it's a bad situation, but it's not my problem. It ain't my fight. Because if it was my fight, I would have been in part of that situation. So like I think like that too. Like the people, places, and things where you be at, that's like you at where you supposed to be. So if something over here and you ain't in that situation, you shouldn't be worried about it over there. You see what I'm saying? If you over here for a reason, so stay over here.
I was accurate, man. I said it. Yeah, right, Tony. This young man right here has an old soul, bro, and man, wise beyond your years, brother. Wise beyond your years, man.
I was thinking the same thing, man. Listening to him, I was like, wow, man. For such a young man, you have a really, really old soul, and I can relate to it, right? And it's the way that you carry yourself, and the way that you carry yourself tells a story that you've been through the humility in order to gain that wisdom, right? You know what I'm saying? And it was something that you understood that most people don't even grasp onto, which is the laws of physics. Once you tap into your purpose, the thing that you're supposed to do, the laws of physics goes out the window. So I'm listening to you, and you know what I'm saying, I'm looking at my brothers and thinking about the conversations that we have had and still have to this day. Like, you still dream, right? You know what I'm saying? And everything that you do is all part of the same thing. Now, where I see so many young people out there, content creators, but there's something different when you actually look at the content and go, this is just something that I'm gonna put out there because I want to help someone. And you said something really important. And as a servant, and you know what I'm saying, and to my brother who's a servant as well, and everyone else who's listening, you know what I'm saying, we understand the importance of making people feel good, right? You know what I'm saying? And it's a term that I started using a long time ago, when I started talking to people, and I used to always tell them, look, you may not even remember my name, but you will remember the way that I make you feel, right? Because my goal is to leave you better than what I found you. Because my rule is, if you're having a bad day, I don't want to contribute to that because it's contagious, right? I would give this to me so you can go and have a great day. And to listen to you, I can only imagine the journey that you've been on in order to get to where you are today, but still be full of appreciation and gratitude, so salute to you, young man. You know what I'm saying? And I really hope that any young people out there listening, you know what I'm saying, are inspired by you, because just like Quay said, I'm inspired by you as well. Thank you for your energy.
Thank you. It ain't only me, man. It's the Most High. So like, I understood. Like, I started paying attention. Like, I understand my dreams don't be dreams; they be visions. So like, it's a lot to it. But once you change your mind, like I said, you gotta people, places, and things. If you want to learn how to be rich, you gotta study the rich. You want to learn how to do real estate, you gotta follow somebody who's doing real estate. Can't nobody in the hood teach you how to do real estate if they ain't never owned nothing or bought nothing or even invested. So you gotta get away from that stuff. I don't like jail. That kept me out the streets. The jail part. You can keep the money. I'd rather be broke and free than money in jail. And then like my heart, everything I do is like from love. So when you do stuff pure, it's can't nothing stop you. Even if somebody having a bad thought about you, like my hair. I've been growing my hair 3-4 years. So like my hair, I understand universal laws. So only 3 people ever did my hair, including myself. So I don't even let people touch my hair. I don't really touch people's hands and nothing because I understand energy. I understand all that stuff.
Yeah. Let's put a twist on this thing, man. He is Mr. Heavy on the paint. Let me ask you something, little, just to throw it off a little bit. We've been getting extremely deep, man. With the type of energy that you bring to the table, man. Now I understand. See, because that night up there, upstairs in Reggie's, man, it was great energy. You know, shout out Duck, shout out Uncle Beats, you know, Janky, the whole Crucial Conflict, everybody, man, do or die. Now, let me ask you this, man. With you being in that loop and having the type of energy you have, man, what are the experiences like, and what keeps you still so humble, knowing that you're so connected?
It's just like, okay, even being, like I said, the car thing, I will never into material. So, like, I could be next to an A-list celebrity. It's just, it's like, I understand manifestation. So, everything I'm doing, I manifested. So it'll get no better than that. I manifest everything that I'm doing right now today. So being around them is like, even when Fred Hampton Jr., when I shook his hand and got next to him and took a picture, I told him I manifest this. He looking like, what? But it's just, I understand. So I can't, it's just everything I manifest, it happened. And that's how I move. I just keep my heart pure and it just keep me going once I understand. Like, and then like even being sober, you manifest better being sober. Like I told you, I smoke sometimes, but it works better when you sober.
You know, listening to you, man, you know what I'm saying? Like you're truly, you know what I'm saying, an inspiration for real. Because the things that you were talking about as far as manifestation, you know what I'm saying? Something that I understood a long time ago, but there's another side too. And I want to get your thoughts on this, having faith in the things that you don't see. Because as human beings, right, you know what I'm saying? We kind of feed off of knowing the next steps, right? You know what I'm saying? But there's a other side where you said the creator, right? You know what I'm saying? Believing in the creator and allowing yourself to go and follow that path, but also stay true to it and understanding what that truly means, right? You know, and man, listening to you is like listening to a motivational speech. So yeah, man, I'm over here listening like, hold on, dude, like, you sure you as young as you are, man? Because damn. This man, oh my God, man. So what's next for you out here, man? What's next for you?
Uh, like I'm doing everything. So like to make my business corporate. That's my goal. Make my business corporate and teach to those who want to learn. Because everybody talk about money, like he said. I make posts and stuff. Everybody be talking about money, but don't nobody want to work to get the money. Like if my
Mm,
daughter, sometimes my daughter asks for money. Like I made her paint a couple times before, just so she can see what I got to go through in order to get the money. You
mhm,
learn how to value it better and stop spending it so much when you work for it.
mm. I
Versus
like
somebody
that.
just keep giving it to you. Like then you become spoiled. Versus like I ain't got to work. My daddy or my mama gonna give me this.
Mm,
Then you have some people who go to jail be like, I'm gonna be cool when I go to jail. You shouldn't even have that thought. I said, nah, look, don't even come see me. Give me tough love, make me don't want to come back in here.
understood. Definitely understand, man. Yeah, man.
So
Wow.
and then like with me, it's everything is spiritual, everything is deep, everything. So like if my girl, I'm at home, I bring up something about I look on the thing and read the ingredients. I get that deep. If you say something to me, I talk everything about it, the ins, the outs, everything. I don't just leave at one thing. Okay, you got to. It ain't gonna be no point across because we got to get to the root. You can't just leave it as is. No,
Mm.
that's the only thing. That's the only way things work. So like, it's your mindset. Like people, places, and things. So like, yeah, like when I be around.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he froze up.
Yeah, he froze out. Man, you know what I'm saying?
Bro was hitting us with pout, man.
Man, he's a very impressive young man, isn't he?
You ain't lying,
very,
bro.
Very
heavy on the
young
paint,
man right there.
Heavy on the paint,
heavy
man.
on the paint. Woo!
You know
hey, and he's living up to his name too.
and what they, I don't even follow sports, but how they say when you taking it to the hole, man, you got to be in the paint. You know what I'm saying? Some people get that three from the outside, but the work happened in the paint.
Now,
you know what I'm saying?
Quay, let me ask you a question. How often do a young individual, you know what I'm saying, put something like that on your heart to where it really makes you think about that individual in a different light, right? And be inspired by it. You know what I'm saying? How often does that happen?
That's what I'm saying. This is a rare occasion, bro. That's why,
Right, man.
when you become older and you able to value things differently, you able to give credit where credit is due. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you pass that level of ego and pride, you know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying. This interview right here is amazing, bro. Like evolution at its finest. Like, what else can I say?
Finest, man.
Shout out to Heavy on the Paint, man. Like, damn,
hey,
bro.
And by the way, we were talking about you.
Like, yeah, we were talking about you behind your back. So
we were talking about you. You know what I'm saying?
Look. The funny thing is, it's like metaphorically speaking. You know how God, when He created human, man, they say that our bodies are just vessels. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
And like generations come as evolution happens. And what if on a low, like, you had a certain mindset back when they created the Martin Luther Kings and the Jesse Jacksons and the Malcolm X's and all that, right? What if this dude, this right here is one of them from that batch? You get what I'm saying? That was just stuck in the machine for years, and God spit him out late. That's all. You know what I'm saying? 30-year gap, 40-year gap. You know what I'm saying? That's an old soul right there, bro. That's
a very
man. He got Martin Luther King in his genes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro. That's Martin Luther King, Jesse Jackson. That's all that together, along with Einstein. You can see the picture of him like this.
Mm-hmm. Hey, where got his hand on his chin.
In the living room. Hand on the
got
chin,
his hand on his chin
in the living room with the big thick leather chair in the library behind him, and a little cognac nifter like this. Sitting in, it ain't even called the library. What is called his den, the thinking room.
Not the den. Hey, Heavy, I got a question for you, man. How do you see this world, right? You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I asked this, right? Because I have they like to call this a disorder, but I have sensory processing input disorder, meaning that I just think a lot faster than most people, right? I have the ability to break things down, put it back together in a matter of seconds, suffer with headaches, etc., right? And you said something, you know what I'm saying, like slowing down your thought process. How do you see life, and how do you categorize your moment-to-moment movements to stay disciplined in what you do?
Before you answer that question, Heavy on the Paint, Tony, what you say the name of that you got is again?
It's sensory processing input disorder, SPID, right? So a lot of people get misdiagnosed with it through ADD or ADHD, right?
Now just say the name right quick.
Sensory processing input disorder.
Side effects are stankin' feet, raggedy mouth, earlobe issues.
Ooh.
Nah, I just want to throw that in there real quick, Paul. I mean, that's all. You know what I mean? This interview been so serious, I couldn't get stupid. You know what I mean? But never mind. When you got to try too hard to be funny, man. You know, I was just trying to come with the side effects real quick. When you had came with that
okay.
That's what I ain't heard that diagnosis.
Nothing wrong with that.
He got so for us don't understand what it is. Tony got spit. That's how you pronounce that diagnosis he just said. Tony got spit. Yeah, Tony got spit. It's a new thing that he just got diagnosed with. It's called spit. Mm-hmm.
Can you repeat the question?
Yeah, I would try to listen to Quay. I didn't almost forgot. Uh, how do you regulate your moment to moments? You know what I'm saying? Without um, without
No, you asked
suffering
him,
with
how does
headaches.
he see this world?
Yeah,
That
how
was
do
deep.
you
You
view
asked
this?
him, how
Yeah,
does he see?
how do you view this
Yeah.
world? Right? You know what I'm saying? Like when you look at the world, what is the things that, you know what I'm saying, go through your mind that to keep you manifesting the way that you are?
It's just like with me, it's like again staying positive. So like if I know this person do this, this, and that, where I'm gonna go around them for? Like same thing I said, like it's people, places, and things. So if you want to learn how to be a better videographer, you got to get around videographers. You got to shake hands. You got to get phone numbers. You got to follow videographers. You got to look on the YouTube and learn basics, camera lenses, kind of camera, zooms, all that. You got to learn all this stuff. So like, it's just being the best you can be. So seeing like with my mind, how I think I want to see everybody doing good. No matter if I teach you something, you
Yeah.
pass me up. It don't matter to me because I feel good because I taught you. So
Okay.
like I'm grateful for everything. So being grateful is another thing. So it keep you it just being humble and being grateful. Then like okay, being in jail it humbled me the most. I ain't never did no real time. I did 6 months, and that's when I decided I don't want to be in here no more. So
Mm.
6 months of sitting down, it made me write down my goals. It gave me time to myself.
Okay. All
It
right.
made me read more. So I even did like people say you need to see a therapist. I did self-help myself. Like I read a book called Codependent. So
Okay.
it's like I could
Yeah.
do something just to get a reaction out of you. I mean, so now in the way I'm controlling you. So when you stop letting people control you, you become a better person. So
Hmm.
like just your mind thought, your thought process. Even if you know somebody being negative, you ain't got to be negative with them. Just kill them with kindness. As long as they ain't harm you, get away from them. And then like you got one time to cross me, or even like okay, let's say we on bad terms. We on bad terms, so nobody know what went on, but me and you. But now you out in the public, cause everybody know me and you ain't cool no more. Now you telling everybody I did this, this, and that, which ain't true. So I just stay away from people like that. I stay away from. I just changed my environment. So like I said, I changed the environment.
Hmm. I picked up what you was laying down, you know what I'm saying? Hang around with people that are doing what you want to do, right? You know what I'm saying? So you can be a student of the craft, right? And it's all ultimately it's helping you beat on yours to perfect yours, you know what I'm saying? The way that it needs to be without following other people to a certain degree, right? But also there's a sense of you creating you see the opportunity in your day-to-day life, right? You know what I'm saying? In a lot of different areas, just like watching people on YouTube and things like that. You understand that these opportunities are there for you to grab into, but also to make it become part of you, right? You know what I'm saying? With the ultimate goal of freedom.
Yo, something just told me that Heavy on the Paint is in the choir too.
I was in the choir when I was younger.
Look. Yeah, hey, I got that vibe
Guess
too.
what? I was in the choir too. Yeah. And I used to tap dance.
I was in the choir lip sync. I ain't know
Yo,
not name one of the words.
not me. Yo, this is how sad it was. Guess what, bro? Yo, I still can't sing, man. If you heard my joint, the little Mariah Carey cover type joint, but watch this, man. Listen here. Back then, I was telling myself I'm gonna learn how to sing. So I was in the background, really. Just reach out and touch somebody's hand, make it a better place. if you care. Now, mind you, you got to remember, you got 20-something people in the choir, so they can't even really tell your voice as long as you in tune. So I was basically like the, you know what I'm saying? I ain't going to say I was the donut. I most definitely wasn't the rim. It rolled right, you know what I'm saying? Inside we ride, and anybody else on the outside could tell it with a donut. But look, let me tell you what was good, though. Back then, see, Michael Jackson was the thing. So back then, I used to have the curly hair with the tail. Back then, we used to have tails. That used to be cool. We used to have the
little rat tails,
or the shag. Nah, it wasn't no rat tail because I ain't never been no rat, punk. But you had the tail or the shag, right? So then, you got the little curly hair and everything, and you this big, and you in the choir with the robe on like that. Come on, man. Yeah. It's certain, like, fans, hold on. This is an off the topic, man. But don't front, bro. It's one song, man, that you can hear it on the radio, you can hear it on the whenever you play it. But it hold a different weight in my heart. Like, just thinking about it right now just had me going, and I got to go with it, man. That Never Would Have Made It. When you hear that in church, that hit different than hearing it on no CD or whatever that. Now, let me give it to you real quick. Now, watch this, though, Heavy on the Paint. You know what I'm saying? I'm still a singer. The name of my group is called Raggedy Legs. The only way you can get in my group is if you can't sing. So the second you sing one good note, you kicked out. You know what I'm saying? So, Tony, you know what I mean? Y'all gonna witness it right here. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna hit you with it and then gonna go no further. But this is gonna tell you why, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna bring R&B back. You ready?
Yeah.
Because now you gotta picture this. You gotta see me on one knee, you know what I'm saying, with the microphone, right? And I'm already sweating. You know what I'm saying? So remember, real R&B singers were sweating. Nowadays, it's like, hey, yo, that's Diddy. But back then, real singers were sweating, right? You remember, they were sweating. So I got the washcloth. Because back then, wasn't no promo with your logo on it. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't no logo on the towel, unless probably like rock and roll or something. But rap concerts or R&B concerts, I ain't never seen them throw no towel out with that said New Edition on it. So anyhow, you got to watch this vision, right? So now I'm leaning on one knee, and I got the washcloth in slow motion, wiping the sweat off with the mic, right? You know what I'm saying? And I'm reaching my hand out to the crowd like this, and you hear me say, "Never would have made it without you. I would have lost it all. But now I see you was there for me." That's it. That little part right there, you can laugh all you want. Guess what? When I come my arm shaking like this, when your arm's shaking like that, man, and then I take that washcloth like this, and you hating, I take that washcloth and do like this, and I throw it in the crowd.
Oh, man.
Guess what? Your girl gonna elbow you in the rib. You gonna hear it in the split second of silence. It's gonna sound like domestic violence. Get off of me, Tony! For the washcloth.
Yeah. Oh my God, man, you a fool. You are a fool, straight up. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Heavy, man. Hey, man. As we begin to wrap this one up, man, you know what I'm saying? First and foremost, I want to say thank you for being on the show today, man. Being an amazing guest. You know what I'm saying? And sharing your energy with us, man. Salute, man. You know what I'm saying? And keep doing what you're doing. You know. And before we wrap it up, man, you know what I'm saying? Tell people how they can find you, brother.
You can find me at Heavy on the Paint on all platforms.
No. Yeah. Okay. You wanna talk to the audience real quick?
Hold on. No, what I was supposed to add to that was, damn it. Simple and plain. Yo, it was there. He said, yo, tell him, give him he said, heavy on the paint on all platforms. Damn it. That's it. Like what?
Hey, you're gonna have to market that one. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to add that one in. I think that's gonna be live right there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, but yo, heavy on the paint. Let us get a drop, man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna big screen you by yourself, man. Let us get a drop for the Connect work, man. Shout out to you, brother, and overly appreciate you coming to the platform. And we need more of you, fam. Because we just scratching the surface with yo.
Most guys. Hey, many blessings to you along your journey, brother. You know what I'm saying? And may all your endeavors come true. You know what I'm saying? Now, hey, I'm gonna put you up here, let you do your thing.
You can follow me on Heavy on the Paint on all platforms, goddammit.
Tune in to the Connect Work with IKS, Tony Lynch, and Quaalude, America's #1 show.
If you haven't been listening to the new guys, the Connect Work, you don't know what you're missing.
Yeah, take that. This is the Diddler, and I'm oiled up and listening to the Connect Work.
From the west to the east, it's the DOGG, and I'm rocking with the Connect work.
If you don't know who I am, then you're stupid. Shout out to the Connect Work, hottest show, period. Yay.
I want to give a big shout out to the Connect Work. These brothers are the new sound of radio.
Now this is real entertainment, damn it. Y'all better take lessons, and I mean it.
If y'all ain't listening to the Connect Work, then y'all got something wrong with y'all.
Andrew Tate here, and I want to give a super shout out to the Connect Work.
Big shout out to IKS, Quaalude, and Tony Lynch. Together they make up the Connect Work.